Hi friends, I really did fall off a ladder and I'm putting up this video. It's one I had almost ready to go because I haven't put up a video for 2 weeks since I fell. So I'm spending most of my time in bed and not able to do any art, unfortunately, and it's driving me crazy. So I hope you enjoy this video. It's just a little introduction to granulating liquid, and it was basically a failure, but the pattern is good and the colors are pretty, so I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. There it is. It's a bottle of stuff and it's granulation medium, so I'm going to put a bit in a dish here. This is a new dish I just got. It's porcelain. I got it from the A company. I'll put it in the description if you're interested, but these are pretty cool. I like it because they've got little holes for putting stuff in. So you can put your liquid in there, and it's great if you want to do a bunch of washes. So you can pre-mix some colors up. So let's do some blues, since I'm a big fan of blue. Okay, I'm going to go with the peacock. Let's get a bunch of peacock mixed up. So I'm putting some water in each of my holes here. And I'm going to wet my paints. Alrighty. And I'm going to pick opera, I don't know what you call it. And I'm going to put some in there. And let's see how granulated we can make these. Compost blue, Prussian blue. Prussian blue is a good one too. That's by Winsor Newton. And I've been obsessed with this insane color lately. I haven't decided if I like it or not, but let's try it. A dash of this. The yellow permanent over here. Oh, there we go. So that way I can mix up some other colors too. Now here's some manganese blue. I used to love manganese blue because it would get really granulated, and then it was very hard to find anymore. Nobody was making it. I don't know why. And I am going to use, which brush? I think I'll just try a round. Okay. Oh, let's use this one. I've already got this one going. All right. All right, I'm drying it off, and I'm going to put some of this stuff in and let's see what happens. Okay, I'm just using, all right, let's see what's happening. So we've got some granulation stuff in there, and I'm going to put a square right beside it with just the color. Oh, there's the same color. And I'm just going to take some water, run that right beside it. This particular color looks like it's a staining color. You know, some colors you cannot lift them. All right. And let's see. That's interesting. Well, I don't see much happening in the granulation deal here. And of course the darn stuff didn't come with any instructions, so how about I'll drop some of the granulation in there. See what happens. And we'll put it here. Okay. So this is turquoise. Maybe it'll show its granulation once it dries. But so far I'm not seeing anything. All right, manganese is known for being granular, so I am going to take my manganese and just mix a bit with some water. See what we get here. So this is without the granulation liquid in it. And I think if you want to see granulation in your paints, let them dry naturally. Don't hit them with the dryer. I don't know. There's just a difference between natural drying and dryer drying. I think if you use a dryer, it makes them more flat looking. Other dishes I got. And I'm going to just take some of that yellow. And then I'm going to take some of the cerulean, mix that in there. There we go. And I'm going to take a little bit of the ochre. And there we've got our mother color. It's a mother. Okay, I'm going to put another one right here. Hard to believe I put ochre in that. That's interesting. Okay, so take this scoop here and we'll make some stuff up here. Okay, now we got some interesting things going on here where it's blooming. Nothing like a little bloom here and there. All right. So I am going to mix a bit of peacock next door. And we'll put a touch in here. See what happens. Ooh, that's pretty dark. That is really, really dark. Okay. So that's mixing the peacock with the, what's that color called? Naphthalide maroon. It's called maroon. All right, let's see what we get here. Ooh, it's kind of a rich color. Take it over here. Okay, so let's try something different. I'm going to just wet my paper with the granulating mix. I have no clue what I'm doing here, guys. Sorry. It's all experimental. All right, let that sit for a sec. And let's put some of the darker on the mother color right here. All right, see what happens. Well, it's not granulating. It's getting some funny lines in it, though. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to wet here with the granulation, and then I'll just drop some, what color? Let's go with this one here, see what happens. That was the peacock. Get it a little bit stronger. Just cleaning my brush off, and I'm going to, I kind of like that effect. Okay, that's with the granulation. The granulation like that one there. Okay. Well, I don't know. This one doesn't have any of the granulation mix in it, and it's kind of granulated. So, jury's out on this one. I can't think of what color in particular is granulated. You know, some are just naturally that way. Huh. Well, if you think of one, let me know. All right, we are going to, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with that stupid color. Ay, 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 because it's not a pretty color at all. All right, I'm going to mix up. Boy, that pink is hot. You see how hot that is? It's a hot pink. Oprah, Oprah. Maybe if I put a bit of the maroon in there, tone it down. There we go. When I was living in Hawaii, I used to use this color a lot. It's my favorite. It was perfect for colors. You know, all the paintings over there were super bright because of it's Hawaii. Okay, I'm going to do one right here, and I'm going to try something different. We'll take some of that granulation and sneak up on the turquoise. See what it does. So this is just turquoise with almost pure pigment. I'm gonna get some more. Now, I'm going to take a bit of that. Take a dab of my mother color. There we go. And we'll put it over here. So I put a bit of the mother color in that one. Well, this is very grainy. Really cool, but not so much in these up here. So maybe the thing is to get your pure pigment and use this to wet your paper. I love how they put this tiny, tiny print. Who the heck can read that anyways? It says, for maximum effect, dilute color generously with medium alone. Okay. Work, painting, horizontal, something like that. strange. All right, let's take a little of this, and I'm going to mix it with the ochre. Ooh, there we got purple. There we go. Ooh, that's really purple. So that's with Prussian blue, mixed with the maroon, and then a bit of ochre. Yeah, I believe that Kuretake has a paint palette which has something like 5 or 6 granulation paints. I kind of resisted buying them because I have so many paints already. Now I'm going to take a little dip of this, mix it in with the purple, mix up this whole thing. It's really dark now. Let's bring some over here. This dark, dark mixture. Okay, oops. And I'm going to put it, where am I going to put it? Let's do a little one right here. Wow, look how dark that is. Another shade. All right, it's time to do something here. I'm going to get this granulation mix. Instead of using water, I put granulation in there. And what can we mix in there? Get us in some trouble. How about a bit of this? Ooh. So a little touch of ochre, and let's see what color we get here. I don't know how some people get their lines all looking really nice. Mine are a mess. I'm not going to get worried about it, that's for sure. All right, now let's put a bit of Prussian in here. Oh, don't like that. Let's get some of that mother right here. Want more blue. I think it needs blue. All right. Oh, it's going to be a bigger square. Now these colors are very light, as I'm not using pure pigment. But if you were to go back over them once they've dried, you could go back with another layer if you wanted it darker. So, all right, let's do... Huh, interesting. And let's go with this one here. I'm going to just do... I'm just doing a little mark making right now to play. There we go. That's cool. So you can see what the colors look like over top of each other. Alrighty. I'm going to move this over so I got some room here. And I am going to wet the page, and I'm using this brush because I get more coverage. There we go. Some bits here. Okay, so I'm using the granulation formula, and let's see where it takes us. Right here. Not too crazy about that. Let's go in here. So watercolors are far more interesting. The way I learned how to do them 30 years ago was you don't mix your colors so much. Well, you can mix it a bit on your palette, but drop your color into your piece. So, and then mix it on the paper. That's what some artists do. And I have been all over YouTube, and I haven't seen anybody using that technique. So there we've got some mother color with some ochre. But try everything, you know? It's like you don't know until you try it. So as long as your paint is wet, you can drop other colors in there. So here I put a little bit of yellow. See what happens. And it was wetted with the granulation formula. So there you go. I can see it granulating a little bit. This one's really flat here. And I think this is Prussian blue. Yeah, it's pure Prussian blue. That's one of my faves. Can't go wrong with Prussian blue. All right, so let's make a mother color with the Prussian blue. So I'm going to mix it up here, and I'm going to put a bit of the ochre. So we got blue, pink, and then just need a tad of yellow. See what happens. Okay, and here it is here. That's your Prussian blue with ochre and a tiny bit of yellow. Now, if I put a little extra yellow in there, that'll make it a bit more green. Yeah, you can see the green. Okay, and what I'm going to do there is lift a little bit of that with my brush. There we go. I'm making some marks. So dry your brush off, and then just go in and put it down, and you see it removes the paint. There we go. That's kind of interesting. Here's what we'll come up with. There you go. And then if I grab some of the mother, mix it in with the cerulean and the yellow, and there's what we come up with here. Okay, a bit more. See if I can really muddy it up some. Okay, there's there. Like these colors. I like these colors right here. That's nice. I could actually put the pink in there too if you want to be wild and crazy. All right, so it's kind of wild and crazy looking. Now I'm going to get some of the stuff, and we'll put right there. We'll make a big one. And I'm going to put the Prussian blue right in there. No, I think it could be darker. So I'll put some extra in there. I didn't use water. I used the granulation mix as my water. And I'm just going to dab back and forth. I'll create some texture. There we go. Yeah. All right. Okay, gang. It was a starter for you, sort of an introduction to granulation medium. Well, friends, that was almost the end of the video. And then I finally found this little extra bit that I had done where I continued making the little blocks of color. So while I'm doing this, I've sped it up a little bit, and I'll tell you what happened to me. I've been running my gallery for 25 years by myself, and I've always used a little ladder, step ladder, you know, like the kind you use in your kitchen, to climb up and change a light bulb. And one of my lights went out, and I went up, retrieved the light fixture, took it down, got a bulb that worked, put it in, climbed up, and lost my balance. And I came down pretty hard on the right side of my body and got pretty badly bruised up. And I just went home and rested for a day or so, and then I was feeling better. And so I went back to work, and that was on a Saturday. And then after work, I went out for dinner with friends, and all of a sudden I started getting pains down my left arm, which of course is a sign of a heart attack, one of the signs. And so I ended up in emergency on Sunday because the pain was so extreme, and there was just no way of relieving it. I tried every which way. And anyway, sat in the emergency for a couple hours and didn't get any help, and I was in screaming pain, and they did nothing. Our great medical system we have here. And I ended up going home, and the next day I begged to get into a doctor, and finally a doctor saw me. They didn't know what was wrong either, and all they gave me was muscle pills, which didn't even touch it. So yesterday, I went to a acupuncturist, and he figured out that it was coming from my neck, and said I need to go get a scan. But he helped a little bit, and so today is what, Saturday? I think it's Saturday. And I haven't had my gallery open now for 2 weeks. I've been like this. It sucks. And trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And nobody seems to give me the answer. So that's why I had to put up this video I made last month, and it was in pieces all over the place. So I hope you've gotten some value from it. And I hope to get well soon, because I'm really missing doing my artwork. The only thing I've managed to do since I got this injury is I drew a face while sitting on the couch, but most of the time I'm sitting with ice packs on my neck. It's the only thing that helps. So my advice to you is, if you're over 70, don't climb up a ladder. It's like, I'm really surprised that I could fall, and I only fell 3 feet, but I went down real hard, and you can do so much damage to yourself. It's scary. Anyways, my love to you all, and keep watching, and I'll put some music on. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye for now.
Susanphanson.